The Axeman of New Orleans, a jazz-fueled mystery. Picture yourself in New Orleans, where the air hums with the soulful wail of a saxophone, and the night is alive with the clink of glasses in smoky bars. I remember standing on a French Quarter balcony once, the Mississippi River glinting below, feeling the city's pulsea blend of joy and secrets. But beneath its vibrant rhythm, New Orleans hides darker tales, none more chilling than that of the Axeman, a shadowy killer who terrorized the city from 1918 to 1919. With an axe in hand and a taunting letter that promised death unless jazz filled the night, he carved a place in true crime history, leaving behind unsolved cases that echo through American history. Like Jack the Ripper, his crimes are a historical mystery, a wound that lingers in the Crescent City's heart. Who was this demon who claimed to be from hell? Why did he strike? And why did he vanish as suddenly as he appeared? Tonight, we'll wander the gaslit streets of New Orleans, trace the Axeman's bloody path, and unravel a true crime saga that dances with the city's jazz-soaked soul. Let's step back to May 1918, when New Orleans is a cauldron of cultures: French, Creole, Italian, and African-American, its streets buzzing with the birth of jazz. World War I has just ended, and the Spanish flu looms, but the city's spirit is unbroken, its nights filled with music and dance. In the lower Ninth Ward, Italian immigrants run corner groceries, their shops a lifeline in a city of hustle and hardship. Yet, in this vibrant world, a killer emerges, striking fear into the heart of New Orleans. The Axeman, as he'd later be known, begins his reign of terror on May 23, 1918, when Joseph and Catherine Maggio, Italian grocers, are found dead in their home above their store. Their throats are slashed, their heads bashed with their own axe, left bloodied at the scene. A panel in their back door is chiseled out, the killer's silent entry point. The police find no motive, money and valuables untouched, only a cryptic chalk message nearby. Mrs. Maggio will sit up tonight, just like Mrs. Tony. This chilling clue, possibly linking to earlier attacks, marks the start of a true crime nightmare, an unsolved case that haunts American history, much like Jack the Ripper's shadow over London history. New Orleans in 1918 was a city of contrasts, its French Quarter alive with jazz clubs, while its outskirts housed struggling immigrants. Italian Americans, like the Maggios, faced prejudice, often targeted by extortion rackets like the Black Hand, a precursor to the Mafia. Groceries were their foothold, but life was tough: long hours, low wages, and the constant threat of crime. The Axeman's victims, mostly Italian grocers, lived in modest homes, their doors flimsy against a determined intruder. Joseph Maggio, 40, was a hard-working family man. Catherine, 38, kept their shop running. Their murder shocked the community, but it was only the beginning. Over the next 18 months, the Axeman would kill at least 6, some say 8, and injure many more, his attacks brutal and random. Louis Bessumer and Harriet Lowe, attacked in June 1918, survived, though Harriet later died. The Cortimiglia family, struck in March 1919, lost their 2-year-old daughter, Mary, to the axe. Mike Pepitone, killed in October 1919, was the last known victim. Each crime bore the Axeman's signature: a chiseled door panel, the victim's own axe, and no theft, making these historical murders a puzzle in true crime lore, akin to the unsolved murders of Whitechapel. To bring this world to life, let's imagine Rosa, a fictional seamstress in the lower Ninth Ward, whose story weaves through the Axeman's terror. Rosa, 30, works late at her shop, her needle dancing under lamplight. She knows the Maggios, buying bread from their store, and chats with Catherine about Sicily's olive groves. When their murder hits the papers, Rosa's hands tremble, her door bolted tight. She hears of Bessumer's attack, sees the Cortimiglia's grief at church, and mourns young Mary's death. Rosa's friend, Anna, a grocer's wife, whispers of the Black Hand, fearing extortion turned deadly. As fear spreads, Rosa keeps a rosary close, her nights sleepless, the city's jazz now a haunting backdrop. After Pepitone's death, Rosa joins a vigil, her candle a flicker of hope. Rosa's tale, though imagined, grounds the Axeman's crimes in human lives, a true crime mystery that touched New Orleans' soul, much like Jack the Ripper's grip on London history. The police investigation was a desperate chase, hampered by the era's limits and a city's panic. New Orleans police, led by Superintendent Frank Mooney, had no forensic tools, no fingerprints, no DNA-only witness accounts, and blood-soaked scenes. The Axeman's method was consistent. He chiseled a door panel, used the victim's axe or razor, and left no trace. Suspects were many. Andrew Maggio, Joseph's brother, was arrested but released. Irlando Giordano and his son Frank were wrongly convicted for the Cortimiglia attack, freed after Rosie Cortimiglia recanted. The press, like the Times-Picayune, fanned fear, printing lurid details and a letter from the Axeman himself. On March 13, 1919, he wrote, "I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell. I am what you Orleanians call the Axeman." He promised to kill again on March 19th, but swore to spare homes playing jazz. That night, New Orleans erupted in music dance halls packed, phonographs blaring, and no one died. This letter, a taunting echo of Jack the Ripper's Dear Boss, cemented the Axeman's myth, making his unsolved cases a cornerstone of American history's true crime. Who was the Axeman? The first theory points to a lone maniac, a sexual sadist targeting women. Criminologists like Colin Wilson suggest he killed men only when they blocked his path, as with Joseph Maggio or Charles Cortimiglia. Survivors described a white man, 30s, working class, but details were vague. John D'Antonio, a retired detective, called him a Jekyll and Hyde, like Jack the Ripper, driven by sudden urges. This theory, chilling in its randomness, fits the Axeman's erratic strikes, yet the lack of sexual assault muddies it, keeping the case among true crime's unsolved mysteries. A second theory ties the murders to the mafia or Black Hand. Many victims were Italian grocers, prime targets for extortion. Sheriff Luis Marrero believed the killings were vendettas, unpaid debts settled with blood. The Times-Picayune speculated mafia ties, but the Axeman's sparing of survivors like Rosie Cortimiglia defies mafia logic, which favored total elimination. Joseph Mumford, a grocer shot dead in 1921 by Mike Pepitone's widow, was named a suspect, but historian Michael Newton found no record of Mumford's existence, debunking this tale. This theory, though compelling, lacks evidence, leaving the Axeman's crimes a historical murder mystery in American history. A third theory suggests multiple killers, copycats exploiting the Axeman's legend. Earlier attacks, like those in 1911, attributed to a cleaver, may not connect, per researcher Miriam Davis. The Pepitone murder, some argue, was a separate vendetta. Inconsistency shooting in some cases, razors in others hint at different hands. This theory, while plausible, dilutes the Axeman's myth, yet it underscores the era's violence, a true crime puzzle akin to Jack the Ripper's debated victim count in London history. The evidence is frustratingly thin. Crime scenes yielded axes and razors, but no fingerprints. The jazz letter, likely authentic, offered no clues, its eloquence suggesting education, not madness. Police records, cited in Davis's The Axeman of New Orleans, show diligence but no breakthroughs. Like the Library of Alexandria's Lost Scrolls, the Axeman's identity is a void, a true crime enigma that fuels speculation across American history. The Axeman's legacy is woven into New Orleans fabric, a specter in jazz and lore. His crimes inspired songs like The Axeman's Jazz, novels like Ray Celestine's The Axeman's Jazz, and shows like American Horror Story. In 2024, Cedric Trezvant's documentaries revisited the case, sparking X posts debating suspects. The Jazz Letter, a cultural touchstone, made March 19, 1919, a night of defiance, uniting the city through music. Like Jack the Ripper, the Axeman is a true crime icon, a historical mystery that mirrors New Orleans' resilience, much as London history holds its killer's shadow. Let's return to Rosa, our seamstress, to anchor the terror. Years later, Rosa runs a small shop, her hands steady but her heart heavy. She keeps a photo of the Cortamiglia's vigil, a reminder of lost neighbors. When papers name Mumford, Rosa hopes for closure, but finds only rumors. She tells her daughter of New Orleans women, urging her to honor their strength. Rosa's story, though fictional, ties the Axeman to everyday lives, a true crime mystery that lingers like ancient Egypt's lost tales, a historical murder that resonates in American history. What does the Axeman teach us? He's more than a true crime tale, he's a mirror of fear and defiance, a call to face the unknown with music. His crimes, like Jack the Ripper's, are a loss we mourn, a puzzle we solve with stories. The maniac theory speaks to chaos, the mafia to greed, the copycat to violence's spread. Each shapes our view of American history, yet the killer eludes us, an unsolved case that challenges us to question, as we do with London history's mysteries, to honor those lost to time. In 2025, as true crime fans probe old files, we stand with Rosa, asking her questions. Will we name the Axeman, or will New Orleans keep its secrets? The answer matters less than the seeking, for in it, we honor the victim's memory. The Axeman, like the Black Dahlia or Jack the Ripper, is a bridge to the past, uniting us with those who danced under the same moon. His mystery is a flame we tend, ensuring its light endures. As we close, let's hold the victims close. Their notes in New Orleans jazz, their stories living in us. Their neighbors, like Rosa, didn't know we'd seek them, but they hoped, trusting time to sing. That hope inspires us to question, to seek, to dream. So what truths will you chase? What song will you play? The Axeman is gone, but his echo lingers in every mystery we unravel. That night on the balcony, when I felt New Orleans rhythm, I was silent. Now, I'd say the point is to keep listening, to keep searching, to keep playing jazz. The Axeman is the city's darkest note, but its melody endures. What do you think? What does the Axeman mean to you? Have you felt the pull of true crime, the urge to uncover American history's unsolved cases? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what inspires you, what enigmas you want to explore. If you're captivated by true crime and the shadows of New Orleans, subscribe, hit that bell, and join us for more tales weaving past and present. The Axeman is ours to carry forward. Thank you for dancing through New Orleans night with us. Until next time, keep chasing the secrets lost in time.